Hey, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. Thanks for tuning in to the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM. If you're interested in sponsoring my show, you can send me an email to the Mike Wagner Show at gmail.com, or you could also donate to the podcast. Just go to the Donate Listen site, and you can also donate whatever you like. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. For those who are interested, Anchor can give you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. We've got creation tools, allows you to record and edit podcasts so it sounds great, and they'll distribute the podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Google, many more. And you can make money from the podcast with no minimum listenership. So download the Anchor app for free or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show brings you famous celebrities and amazing people from all over the world. Listen online at themikewagnershow.com and on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeart Radio. And watch the interview on YouTube. So sit back and relax and enjoy the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all you need. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and Apple. Also take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with a father-daughter duo today, deep in the heart of Dallas, Texas. We have a 9-year-old entrepreneur who likes to help kids launch their books, earn royalties, and assist in launching brands and business and more. She's the owner and CEO of the Kids Publishing Company. You can look it up at thekidspublishingcompany.com. And her dad happens to be a partner in Jason Criddle and Associates. You can visit jasoncriddle.com, also smartholdings.com. So, and of course, you know, they've been featured on Forbes, Huffington Post, New York Times, and more as well, too. So live from the deep in the heart of Dallas, Texas, the powerful duo in the kids industry, the father and daughter duo, the most powerful today, or soon to be, Jason and Emma Criddle. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi! Rah, rah, yeah! Yeah, that was an introduction, man. That was awesome. I feel like we just became famous or something.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. After reading your story about what you guys are doing and everything, it just makes me want to jump and shout. And that's what I did when I first saw it. And we'll get to that in just a minute here. You guys have a website called thekidspublishingcompany.com, and Emma, you're the 9-year-old entrepreneur and podcaster, over 600 episodes, and you're the owner of CEO, and your job is to help kids launch their books, earn royalties, and assisting in launching brands and business and more. And before we talk about your website and what you do, guys, tell us how you got started and how you got this whole thing going.
Well, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Man, I've been an entrepreneur for quite some time. I would like to say that I got started after Emma was born, but I've been going at it since I was about her age, like just starting little companies and mowing lawns and, and so I guess whenever Emma was a couple of years old, I got to the point to where I started taking care of her full time. And it was, I wanted to build this. I was in the middle of my life when Emma came along,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to build a little bit of an online empire. I had just gotten into publishing. I started building websites, building apps, and now and then I turned into a stay-at-home father overnight with a little baby, and had to figure out how to make it work. And that's one of the big things about entrepreneurship is a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, but the ones that are extremely successful at it are the ones that are kind of forced into the situation, the ones that have no other choice but to go out there and succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, so Emma started her podcast. You were how old?
I was 6 whenever I started my podcast.
Wow, that's amazing. And of course, did you have to learn how to operate the equipment, or Dad, did you run the equipment yourself, be like the engineer or the video guy?
Yeah, it was pretty simple. We record the audio, and then we do the editing, and I upload it onto her podcast platform. She's gotten a little bit better at all the technology and stuff, but yeah, whenever she was 6 and starting, it was just it was a lot of practice. She whenever she records an episode, she practices it once or twice, and then she records it. But I remember when we first started, oh my gosh, she would practice a book 10 times to make sure she had it right. You remember that?
Yeah.
Wow, that is something too. and what was the first book you guys recorded?
It was called My Dad is My Superhero. It was about a little boy, and his dad just was like his superhero. It was his knight in shining armor.
Oh my gosh. I would love to read that, and maybe you can just read a little book or two, or maybe just a couple lines. You want to do that right now or later on in the program, Emma?
Oh no, we have absolutely no books with us right now.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's okay. If you remember any nursery rhymes or anything else, or like famous lines, you can do that too. I mean, you can get away with it. It's okay. So,
she's gotten pretty good at rapping she watches Stranger Things, and she's learned the what do they call it?
They call it the season 1 recap.
The season 1 recap rap?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I think that might be entertaining to your listener.
Okay, well, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and do the season 1 recap of Stranger Things, the season 1 recap rap. So, Emma, have at it.
All right, here it goes, Emma Criddle.
Let's go back to Indiana, circa 1983. Just 4 boys in the basement, chilling, playing D&D. There was Lucas, there was Willie, Will, and Dustin. There was a Mike. But one night, Will goes missing while he's riding on his bike. Yikes, that's when they met me at 11. I had no hair on my head. I had been so close to dead. Courtesy of Dr. Brenner, who's hunting me 24/7. Joyce was hanging Chris's life in the web. Started hearing something Willie had said. This could be a message from the beyond. What happened to Barb? She'd just gone the upside down. Hop is on top of the case. While I'm throwing Van into space, I'm lying down in a tank. Trying my best to find Willie and Dustin. Got put in for days. Demogorgon's getting on my way. Blasting to pieces just like a grenade. Will's gone home, coughing slugs in the sink. What happened to me? I'm the upside down. What about now? The saga continues to Ninja Xiao. Upside down. What about now? The saga continues to Ninja Xiao. All I need is my Eggo waffles. I'm in love with those. What I'm left with when I use my powers is bloody nose. Yeah. Bad news when you see that bloody nose. Yeah. Bad news when you see that bloody nose. Drops the mic.
Oh, that's impressive. Wow. Oh, you're making me hungry for some Eggo waffles as well, but you got to Lego my Eggo. Oh, my goodness. Stranger Things. That is on Netflix, one of the hottest shows out there. And, of course, besides Stranger Things, what are some of your favorite TV shows you guys have watched?
Oh my gosh! If it were up to Emma, there would only be Stranger Things, and no other shows would ever exist. She finally got me to watch all 3 seasons, and the first couple of episodes we put on, I didn't really want to have anything to do with it, and then Hopper is awesome, and I guess there was something that happened. Hopper beat some dudes down, man, and I was like, okay, run this back. I want to watch it. But what other shows do you watch, Emma?
I watch Scooby-Doo. I watch Garfield. I watch a lot.
Fuller House?
I watch Fuller House and Full House. I also like to watch the movie Now and Then. Yeah, it's called Now and Then.
Wow, amazing. Scooby-Doo is one of my favorites. Whoa, Raggy?
Dude, that was awesome. That was almost as good as my Arnold. So you got Scooby-Doo and I got Yeah, come on, let's go now.
You mean you'll be back? We have Scooby-Doo, man. Yeah. Roll, Righty. You know what? I think we just came up with a brand new story for Emma to work with. It's Arnold meets the Scooby-Doo gang. It's like they try to solve a mystery. Arnold gets in and he says, I'll be back, and he becomes a Terminator, and they say, I would have sold this if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
I'm going to have to practice saying meddling kids like Arnold. The only thing, I tell everybody the secret to the Arnold voice is this sound right here. So if you can make that sound, then you can start to form words out of it. But unfortunately, I've only formed a few words out of it.
And of course, talking about Scooby-Doo, if you had, who is it, Velma, and it goes, Jinkies, what are we doing over here? What are we going to do without Arnold? And then Daphne will say, to take care of Arnold, we have to pull out, from my purse, this makeup right here, which will make him look good. And of course, this voice right here, we can adjust. And then Fred will be like, that's a great idea. And of course, Shaggy and Scooby was a different story. Scooby Snacks, get them motivated.
Right.
Okay. All right. We'll be talking about the website, Kid Publishing Company, and more. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and Apple. Also coming soon, Stitcher, and also Overcast, Shoutbox, and more. Podcast, box and more, and also take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with the wonderful father-daughter power duo of the publishing business, Emma and Jason Criddle. Jason is the owner and CEO, and Jason Criddle and Associates do some consulting and entrepreneurship. And his daughter, 9-year-old Emma, is the owner and CEO of the kidspublishingcompany.com, helping kids launch their books, earn royalties, assisting launching brands and business. And talk to us about the Kids Publishing Company, what's it about, and how'd you guys get started?
Well, we help kids publish books for free, and even an adult if they want to publish a children's book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think what it really comes down to, Mike, is education. So I'm a single full-time dad. I take care of my daughter full-time. I homeschool her. I do everything on my own. I don't want any kind of recognition or any kind of praise for it. I'm just doing what a responsible parent should do. Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, let's just think about Emma rapping. Okay, mm-hmm. Emma came up to me one day and she was playing this season 1 recap over and over again, and she's trying to learn the words. Well, your average everyday parent is busy. They're tired with work. They've been doing their thing. Their kid comes up to them and says, "Hey, Mom, Dad, I got this thing that I've been doing." They got the hobby. They got their crafts. They got this book. They got a picture. They got a rap that they want to sing. And your average everyday parent might not take it seriously. Uh-huh. They might blow it off. And I understand that, man. Parents, we work, we have busy lives. But what we're not realizing is there's so much technology and opportunity available today for kids to not only express themselves, but to start businesses. Mm-hmm. And if you back up to 2016, 2017, Emma got I own a publishing company. Emma got a dress design book, and it was for girls to design dresses.
Oh, nice.
And she decided that she didn't like it. Mm-hmm. She wanted a book that allowed boys and girls to design boys and girls' clothes. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't find anything like that. And so, and the first 20, 30, 40 pages of the book was all these instructions telling people, This is how you design clothes. And Emma thought that they were giving people too many ideas. She said, kids have their own ideas. They don't need this adult's ideas. They just want to design clothes. Like, she's like, if I had my own book, it would have more models of boys and girls. It would be for boys and girls, and there would be no instructions. And so we made it, and we published it, and we put it out there. And so Emma's design book, we put it on Amazon. And she's going through her podcast, and she's recording, by this time she's gotten 100 episodes recorded, 200 episodes recorded. And then this magical thing happened, Mike. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Someone bought her book.
Really? Wow.
And then another person bought her book. And then she started getting followers on her podcast. Mm-hmm. And so before you know it, Emma has a brand. And not only does Emma have a brand, Emma has income, mm-hmm. and she's contributing to her family. She's mm-hmm. learning business skills now. She's learning the importance of sales. She's learning the importance of selling. She's learning the importance. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she's 9 years old. I know 29-year-olds that don't know the importance of sales and how to balance a checkbook. And so we took my publishing company. We made a little subsidiary. We called it the Kids Publishing Company. I put Emma in charge. Mm-hmm. I told her, if this is something you want to do, you got to take it serious, because you're going to have some kids that are going to start looking up to you and looking up to your leadership. And you need to be able to tell them how you built your brands and how you built your company, and that's what she's been doing since.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Emma, as your dad had mentioned as well too, and about the Kids Publishing Company, and how do you get kids to go to your website? How do you get kids to buy, and how do you help people like you get their books started and earn money as well?
Well, we meet kids at schools and libraries, and we've been going to a restaurant, and we've been doing fundraiser. We've been doing we've been doing a fundraiser with some restaurants here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And you can also tell us a little more as well.
Yeah. So Emma has her extracurricular. She's homeschooled, but she does Girl Scouts and ballet, and so we're constantly around kids, and our house is always loud with kids. Oh my gosh. and so, it is really just a matter of just getting out there and talking to people about it. And the reason why we came on your show today, Mike, is because we're really just trying to get the word out to more people. We are starting very small. We're hoping to publish a couple of dozens of our children's books before the end of the year. But next year, we have some pretty lofty goals. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's not just about publishing books. It's just about letting kids know that they can do this. And so we're not just focused on publishing books as much as we're focused on bringing awareness to children and families, letting families and parents know that these are projects and brands that you can work on with your kids. Mm-hmm. And start doing things together instead of everybody sitting around at home playing on their phones and not paying attention to each other. You guys can really work on projects together that bring the family closer. Mm-hmm. If people visited the kidspublishingcompany.com, there's a PDF that gives people all the information that they need in order to publish a free book through our platform. Mm-hmm. But we also allow people to just reach out to us if people have questions on how to start their own podcast or how to start their own YouTube channel. We're right here for them.
That is amazing, too. It's not just about books, but also a how-to on how to get podcasts going, how to get a YouTube channel going, and what other services do you provide?
Well, we have professional branding services. That's what Jason Criddle and Associates is for. I've been helping entrepreneurs for quite a few years, building brands, logos, websites, apps, publishing books, helping them with coaching, building sales processes, all that good stuff. But we don't want kids to pay for it. And so that's the reason why we went the nonprofit route, and we're working with some donors and sponsors now. I actually have a phone call later this week, they made a connection with the Texas Legends. That's the Dallas Mavericks G League. It's their second league. I guess the Dallas Mavericks minor league.
Oh,
And
wow.
so,
It's amazing.
yeah, so we have a call with them later this week because Emma doesn't even know this. Like, this is all a surprise to her. But yeah, she's going to get to go to some free basketball games, and she's going to get to meet all the Texas Legends players. And we're going to be talking to them about putting up some, Texas Legends is a very family-friendly venue. And so we're going to be talking to them about putting up some swag and everything for the kids publishing company.
That is amazing as well, too. Or maybe you can get the Texas Legends perhaps to, you guys could write a book about them, or maybe they can read or something. And, anything's possible. I mean, yeah, I love basketball. I got to say this.
Everything is possible. And here's the cool thing. Emma was the one that made the connection at a fundraiser.
Oh, my goodness. Isn't that something? And of course, you're a big Texas Legends fan and a Dallas Mavericks fan, Emma?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Dirk.
Dirk? Yes, he's a great guy. And he's really tall? How tall is he?
He's like 20 feet tall.
He's like 20 feet tall.
Oh, and I'm sure he's a nice guy, too. That's amazing. All right, we'll talk a little bit more about the Kids Publishing Company and the podcast. Listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and Apple. Also, take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with the father-daughter duo, Emma and Jason Criddle of the KidsPublishingCompany.com. Also a podcast out there, too, called Storytime with Emma. So, Emma, would you like to tell us about your podcast?
Yes, I would love to tell you about my podcast.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear. I love to hear about it.
Okay, so we first started because, there were these kids in Tanzania, and they didn't have access to books or libraries, and there was, a video that we saw, and it was just them being so happy by getting water and clothes and books.
Wow.
So I saw that video, and I'm like, why don't I just read to kids?
Mm-hmm.
I would be their own little library.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have over 600 books, and I'm really proud of myself. I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years.
Wow, that is a lot of episodes. Oh my gosh. 4 years. I can't think on how many podcasts you do. You're 150. You're amazing. I got to say that. I haven't caught that level yet. And also, too, what are some of the favorite books that the kids like to read, especially those in, you just say Tanzania or South Africa? I'm trying to remember which one.
Yeah, the kids were in Tanzania. They only had access to 2G internet access, and so we could send them audio files all day long. They couldn't watch YouTube videos or anything like that. And so we just started sending them audio files. The only regret that I have is the fact that we were sending these files for quite some time before we ever even thought to put it on a podcast. And we actually lost our first couple of hundred recordings back in 2016, 2017. So I think Emma would probably have closer to 1,000 episodes if it weren't for us deciding later on in the date to start it. But Emma, why don't you tell them about some of the books you're reading on the podcast right now?
I'm reading a line of books, and they're called the Candy Fairy books, and it's about these 5 fairies, and they're all different kinds of candy fairies. There's like a mint fairy, a caramel fairy, a chocolate fairy, a fruit fairy, and a gummy fairy, and they all live in this place, and they all live in this place called Candy Kingdom, and there's Cake Kingdom, and there's all these different places, but you see, it's like a happy at first, and then in every single one, something goes wrong, and then it just goes back to normal. And it's magical, and it's fun, and there's unicorns, and it's sparkly, and it warms your heart to read it. It's a really fun book.
Wow, that is amazing. I'm looking forward to reading that book, actually. And Emma, just another question as well, too. If you're given a chance to write a book, what would you write about?
I am actually writing a book right now, and I haven't come up with a name yet, but I am, and it's going to be something funny. So it's this princess, and she wakes up one day, and her hair is all messy, and then her mom calls her to come downstairs to eat breakfast, and she sees a letter on the table right next to her plate, and she reads it, and it says, the ball is in 3 days. You have to pick a gown and a crown and something to wear before this all happens. And she's like, oh no. So she goes into her room. She runs up the stairs and goes into her room, and she can't find anything. Like, she finds a tight dress, a dress that's too big, and then finally she wakes up in a beautiful ball gown. But I can't tell you the rest because I don't want to spoil anymore.
That's understandable. I'm actually looking forward to the book. And when's the book going to be coming out, Emma?
Before the end of the year, I'm sure.
Before the end of the year.
Great. Okay. And what do you plan for next year in terms of books, Emma?
I got to think about that, but I'm thinking about making a mini book about this dog that has a band.
A dog with a band. Oh, my gosh. I'm so looking forward to it. In fact, my children, although they are a little older, are looking forward to that. I can't wait to hear the story. And once again, where can we find the podcast Storytime with Emma?
You can find it at Castbox.
Castbox. Okay. All right. So we'll keep that in mind. You can find Storytime with Emma at castbox.com, or you can search Storytime with Emma, and you could also look it up on Google as well, too. Just a couple more questions here. We know you guys are very busy, but we appreciate you guys coming on the show. Love to have you guys on in 2020. Who do you guys consider your biggest influences in your careers?
What was your biggest influence for your podcast? The show we're starting and everything? What are some of your influences?
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow. That's a great program.
Yeah, I think Reading Rainbow was a big starting off point for her. If you back up to 2016, 2017, whenever we started her podcast, she had just started getting really into reading. She started getting really good, started writing, and I introduced her to the show at the library here. They had all the episodes on DVD, and oh my gosh, it's so fascinating. I watched Reading. I'm 36. I watched Reading Rainbow whenever I was a kid, and I didn't remember. Not only did I not remember how good the show was, but it's so fascinating to watch and learn all these things about how life was before cell phones and internet was around. Oh my gosh. And so when you're watching these episodes of Reading Rainbow, it's such a simpler life. You can watch these kids learn how to churn butter, and they learn what teachers do, and they have episodes about divorce and death in the family and everything. And so, the more Emma got into that, the faster she started getting her podcast episodes out. And now one of the biggest projects that we're working on in 2020 is a little show that we're working on. And Emma will be the host of the show, and I guess I'll probably be like one of her little minions, her little co-host or something. But yeah, it's called Little Earners, and it's her own version of Reading Rainbow. And she's gonna, and we would love to talk to you whenever we start recording, because we're gonna do podcasts and video, and she's gonna be talking to adults about how they got into their career field and how they can influence kids to go towards that, that job too.
And you say Little Earners is going to be out when?
We're starting production in 2020. We've been putting some parts together. We're working on the website right now, and we just got some studio lighting and just getting the little pieces together. But yes, we'll start putting episodes out on YouTube at least in 2020.
That's so amazing. Looking forward to that. And also, what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Man, whether it's a kid or an adult listening to this, everybody has a brand in them. Everybody has a company in them. I see a very entrepreneur-filled world on the horizon. I think over the course of the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see a very large climate change from big businesses going down under and small businesses coming out on top.
Mm-hmm.
And so if somebody has a brand in them, get out there and just start it. Emma started her podcast when she was 6, and she wasn't trying to make money. She wasn't trying to do anything except fulfill a cause that she saw. And I think that entrepreneurs, they get really excited about something, they get really passionate about something, and they hit their first snag or two, or they don't make as much money as they thought they were going to in that first 30, 60, or 90 days, or whatever it is, and they give up on it. Emma was 6 when she started her podcast. She turns 10 next month, and she's just now getting to the point to where people are starting to recognize her brand, and where she's really getting followers, and she's really getting listeners, and people are coming after her books. And so think about that, guys. Think about that audience. 2016 to the end of 2019. We're going on 4 years on this.
That's amazing.
And so if you have something inside you, if you're passionate about something, if you want to change the world, then you got to do it. And you got to do it even if nobody cares. You got to do it if nobody's listening to your episodes. You got to do it if nobody sees your YouTube channel. You got to do it if nobody's buying whatever product or service you have. The most important thing is you just start. You start and you keep going.
That's fantastic. And Emma, what's the best advice you can give to anybody?
Every kid has a brand. Every kid has a story, and I think they can build a brand out of their story.
That is amazing too. And how can people support your podcast and the Kids Publishing Company?
You want to tell them? Do you remember all the addresses? Okay, I'll do that part. So people can check out thekidspublishingcompany.com. We have a PDF there that's very technical that will allow parents to help their kids put books into our format in order for them to get them published. Also, as time goes on, the website is going to change and evolve. Starting in the next couple of months, you're going to be able to see events that we're doing. We're going to start posting some of the videos where we're going out and we're educating the public. Eventually, the website will be its own book builder, so kids can just go straight to the website and build their book. Also, if you're listening to this, we could use some sponsors, some help. Right now, we have a fundraising partner here in Dallas, and then everything else is coming out of our pockets, but we want to make this big. So if you could check out GoFundMe.com/The Kids Publishing Company, we would really appreciate it.
That is fantastic. We're looking forward to having you guys on in 2020. You guys have been fantastic. Once again, the powerful father-daughter duo Emma and Jason Criddle out of Dallas, Texas. The website is thekidspublishingcompany.com. Her podcast, Storytime with Emma. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how the people contact you, and where can people purchase or listen to your books and podcast.
All right, Castbox, the Castbox app.
You can go to the Castbox app and go to Storytime with Emma.
And then kidspublishingcompany.com.
And then kidspublishingcompany.com.
That is fantastic. Guys, looking forward to having a guy in 2020. Looking forward to Little Earners. So keep us up to date. You guys have been fantastic. Emma and Jason, thank you very much. You've been great. Looking forward to having you on again soon. And do us a favor, keep us up to date.
All right. Thanks for having us on, Mike.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Listen online at themikewagnershow.com and on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeart Radio. And watch the interview on YouTube. Also, become a sponsor of the program and or donate today at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again tomorrow for another episode of The Mike Wagner Show.